Good morning, everybody. I thought I'd share my workout from this morning. Yes, I have the benefit of having a fully equipped gym, but I'm in the trenches with you guys today. I want to make sure as many people as want to do a workout can follow along, so I've designed it around stuff that you should have at home. Hopefully you have some basic gym equipment, because we all need that, right, for weekends and holidays. If not, I've got hopefully some ideas on how you can create the tools that you need to make this happen. Anybody who's trained with me will know that one of my favorite formats to make it replicable and fairly easy to run through is 3 sets of 3 exercises, and you do each set 3 times through. What I'm going to do is do a quick dump a whole bunch of information on you, show you the exercises, give you pointers on what to do, and more importantly what not to do to keep you safe. I'm gearing this to Gen Pop. My athletes all know these moves, and they probably know, and I'll mention the progressions to make it harder. People who train with me, they'll feel right at home. And those of you who are new, I will hopefully be able to give you enough information. Please DM me with any questions of anything that I didn't really cover before you start the workout. I'll try and be as accessible as possible. So today I'm going to do a posterior chain emphasis. We're all doing too much sitting. We want to make sure that the back side of the body is woken up. We tend to sit, we tend to fold, we tend to text, everything happens here. I'm going to activate the back side of the body. I'm going to stand everybody up and straighten everybody up. The glutes, the hamstrings, they are big drivers, they are big metabolic boosters. That's what we need right now. We are not in this to make huge gains. This is maintenance phase, guys. We're locked down in our homes, but we need to be healthy. We need to keep moving. Hopefully this will help. Okay, first 3 exercises. We're going to go legs, back, biceps. That's the theme of today. You'll see it running through. So the first move that we're going to do is a hip hinge. This is not a squat. We don't drop our body weight. Yes, I have a kettlebell. You are going to find something that is heavy. Get a backpack, load it full of heavy textbooks. You're going to get a pillowcase, and you're going to throw all the canned goods that you have in that pillowcase. If you need to, you can fill a bucket with water. It's a perfect adjustable dumbbell, and we can hold a bucket. So we have options on things that we can use. So find something heavy, grab a hold of it, and what we're going to do is that hip hinge pattern. So the first most important thing is make sure that we have a strong back. We're squeezing our shoulder blades back and down. We're going to be here, and we're going to dig back into the glutes. We're not keeping the chest up and squatting down. This is not a squat, so we're here, right here. Chest is back. We're sitting back, dropping the weight down, and we're powering up. Control it down and power it up. That's your form. That's about the speed you should be going. There's a thing called time under tension. We want to make sure that we're keeping tension on the muscle. I'm not doing these and all sloppy. Everything that we're going to do is going to be done with intent. If we do it with intent, we're going to get way more out of it. So that's your hip hinge. Broad guidelines is about 10 to 15. Like I said, we're in maintenance phase. But if you don't have a weight that's heavy enough and you can do 20, 25, that may be what we have to do right now. But again, if we do them with intent, we have mind-muscle connection. We squeeze through the muscle that we're working, slow it down, and do it with maximum intent. You're going to be surprised at how much you can activate. So, backtracking, hip hinge exercise number 1. We're then going to go into a row, again with the same book bag, the same bucket of water, or hopefully you have a dumbbell. To make life a little more comfortable, you're going to grab the dumbbell, grab the kettlebell. I don't care where you lean over. Same positioning, shoulders back. We're unfolding the body. We're going to lean into it, put the emphasis on our back, reach down, stretch through the lat, through the rhomboid, and we're going to squeeze up. 2, and we're going to do 10. And we're going to switch arms, and we're going to do 10 on the other side. And our third exercise is going to be a curl. These are basic, guys, because we can do these, right? If you have to, you use 2 hands. If you can adjust and have a nice weight, we're going to do single arm curls. Chest stays up, shoulders are pulled back and down. We're tucking that tailbone underneath. You'll hear us say that over and over and over again. And curling. We're gonna do 10 on one arm. We're gonna switch to the other arm. And that would be the end of round one. So then we're gonna go through that, do your hip hinge, do your row, do your curl, and one more time through. And that will be the end of the first set of 3. Moving right along to the second set of 3. I'm gonna have to look at my notes because I'm brain dead this morning. Okay, we've done the hip hinge, and that's a good warm up. We might need to do a little bit more. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the weight in both hands. And we are gonna take a support leg. Make sure we can all see here. I'm alone, I don't have a cameraman today, so excuse me while I set up. We're gonna stand on one leg. Again, we have that perfect posture, straight line from the top of my head down to my back heel. And I'm still digging back into that other glute. I'm gonna come down as low as I can. And I'm gonna squeeze back up. And here's 2. Again, I'm really keeping that traction between my shoulder blades. I'm not letting everything drop here. Make sure we're here. Squeeze and press. If you're having trouble with balance, you can always do these without a weight. But if you're having trouble with balance, what we can also do is take yourself up to your kitchen chair. And from here, you can go down, and then you're standing up. So you're going down, supporting yourself, getting yourself set, and standing up. When we're doing these, it's really important that we are not rolling onto the hip. We want to dig into the outside of the hip, and my back and everything should stay down. We shouldn't be rolling. So check yourself, check each other. If you're lucky enough to have a partner, make sure that hip is down. And it's gonna start burning here, tight glute, squeeze through. Number 2, our favorite unfolding exercise is a face pull. So what I want you to think of is your favorite 4-year-old when you ask him to show you your muscles and he's in this position. That is the position we want to get in. Have a band. You're going to stand. We're going to tuck the tailbone, which means it helps if you keep the knees slightly bent. Tuck the tailbone, hands are wide, and we're going to pull back into that show me your muscles position. Again, do this with intent. Do this with a little bit of time under tension. Squeeze back, hold, and release. Okay, I don't have a band at home, Lisa. How am I going to do this? Everybody should have a rope, a strap, a dog leash, a belt. Tape a couple of them together. Tie a couple of them together if you need to. Now, instead of pulling the band to you, you're going to pull yourself to the band. And we're going to do that same position right here. So now I'm using my body weight as the resistance. Don't be arching into it. Keep the core tight and engaged. Hips are tucked underneath. If I want to make it harder, I make it longer. I'm using more body weight. I don't know if you can see, but I'm on my heels. And I'm pulling. We can always make it harder. We can always make it easier by moving closer. Makes it harder. Moving it back out. We're modifying. We're creating our own TRX. A twin sheet. Kind of scrunch it all together. Find somewhere high. If you have to, get your dad, get your hubby, get your wife, whoever is going to hold on to it. You're going to shut it in a door. We're going to find somewhere to hold it up so that you can be sitting on the floor and you can be creating these movements. And the third X, so that's the back version, something very similar. And again, we are going to use the strap for this one. It's going to be bicep. This time, if we keep our elbows high and we pull up, I'm basically curling so my elbows stay up. And I'm bringing my elbows up to the strap. And as I control down, that's a negative bicep curl. And I'm doing a concentric. And I'm bringing it down. There are your curls. You can always stand on your resistance band and do curls. Or if we have to go back to a weighted curl, we can. So that's our third round of exercise. Single leg hip hinge. We're going to do the face pulls, and then we're going to create that high elbow pull for the biceps. You're going to go through that 3 times.